All Saints is a new Christian movie that we saw.
Yes, it is.
It's the story of a pastor, and this pastor invites these Burmese? Oh, yeah, Burmese.
I thought they were Korean. No, they weren't Korean.
Same thing. I mean, really, they're pretty low. But these Burmese people into his church, which his church is failing. So the Burmese people will help him with growing crops to sell to save the church, and that's the plot of this movie. A lot different than what we expected. I watched the trailer, but I didn't remember crap from it. I remember the really awful narration. That was funny, but that's all I remember. I knew pretty much nothing going into this. So, what'd you think, Joe?
Well, I mean, every Christian movie you gotta learn a lesson from. And a lesson I learned from this is eat corn, to grow corn, harvest corn, and maybe, just maybe, it might save the Koreans.
Kinda, yeah. This is a lot less faith-based and more community-based as a movie, which I don't mind. But when your movie is really dull, like this is, there's not much you can do.
The lighting was very interesting for a Christian movie.
God, my eyes still hurt. Okay, so it's not just like a really dark aesthetic, which I can live with. There's a lot of scenes where it's like overexposure of lighting, and it hurt my eyes. It made kind of this blurry canvas over the screen. It really didn't like it. Also, humor. We'll just tap on this now because the audience we saw this with was amazing.
Such an amazing audience.
Humor's not very good. Most of it's not very good. There's some funny jokes there, but one or two I laughed at.
We'll
but
get
that's
into the audience in the irate one.
Yeah, we'll talk more about the audience in the irate video. Acting I thought was good. We'll get the positives out of the way. Acting was good. The script wasn't. There's a lot of things that say that they pull it off better than they would have if they got an awful actress. This is no God's Club. This is no God's Not Dead.
Yeah.
This is nothing like that. It's just a bad Christian movie. It's nothing really bad. It's just bad.
I would say it's actually better than God's Club or God's
Oh, it's so much better than those
because it's not
movies.
cliched as fuck. Yeah.
Well, part of me's happy about that because it's much better, but part of me's like, that's my least favorite kind of Christian movie. Just the dull, boring, middle of the road ones like this is.
Yeah, we like the crappy cliche ones.
I don't know. Part of me's like, I mean, yeah, it's not an awful movie by any means. As I said, the acting's pretty good.
Just wait until God's Not Dead 3 comes out.
The story itself, even though it could have been condensed into like an hour and a half movie, not an hour 48 minutes or whatever this is. Story's not bad. The message is not bad. There's good intentions here. It's just drawn out with this really jumbled narrative it has. It jumps back and forth between different things, and it's not smooth in the slightest. It's not a smooth narrative. There's scenes that I think were out of order in how they were edited. Because, okay, so in this movie, I'm not going to go more into the irate video. But, okay, so all character motivation in this movie is pretty much taken out of the movie. Any scenes that could build up to the scene that's going to happen, it's taken out. So it's just the climax of that in a scene. It's like you'll have a scene where people are just talking about eating hot dogs or something. I don't know. The next scene's like, I need to do this because Jesus. And you're like, where did that happen? Where's that connection there?
You stated that you thought it was like edited oddly.
Yes.
That it was cut oddly.
It feels like they cut out like every important character scene. Like all the character motivations is cut out of the movie for time. Which this movie had a lot of other scenes that could have been cut for time. Honestly.
True.
The scene with the kid and the Burmese kid talking on the swings. They didn't need that. That could have been completely cut from the movie.
That was pretty stupid.
That was unnecessary.
Like it wasn't at all.
I did like the scenes between big fat Greek wedding guy, John Corbett, I think is his name, main character, main pastor dude. I liked him, and I liked the what's the face, the old guy, the old grumpy guy, and I liked the main Burmese guy.
His name was
I don't remember the names. But I like them together. The one scene they have, it's pretty funny. I actually thought it was one of the funnier scenes in the movie. One of the only funny scenes.
Yeah.
And the scenes with just him and the Burmese guy are actually good. There's good scenes. There's good moments in this movie.
I think it's actually...
But it's just really bleh.
It's an interesting, true story, I would say.
It's not very good.
Because I started to notice that every Christian film would always say, based on a true story. And the more, and I said this to Jeremy, The more they say that, the less I believe it.
The end of this movie, they have a very interesting.
actually have-
After the movie
Yeah.
ends, there's a very interesting thing about where these characters are now.
Yeah,
Characters are.
the
Where these
photos.
people are now.
There's
And,
a
yeah,
a
it's-
photo of the actual
cool.
Burmese guy and the actual guy.
Yeah, that was cool.
I
I,
thought
like
that was
that.
interesting. And
That was the best part
the
of the
actual
movie,
guy's
honestly.
bald now, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wonder how long ago this movie took place.
I think it's only a few years, because his kid's a senior now in high
Yeah,
school.
that's interesting.
And his kid was probably like, I'd say, late middle school.
yeah,
in this movie. I don't know,
quite a few
maybe
years ago.
early. I
Maybe
don't know.
2006 or something.
It's something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. It couldn't be 2006. It's way after that, but something like that. But no, it is an interesting story. It was just done in a really dull way.
Yeah.
And it's just really, yeah, and I didn't like it.
It was,
I didn't like it, but I
Not
mean,
so
it's
good.
like, it's not awful. That's all I can really say. Alright, I'm gonna give All Saints a C. That's my grade.
I think I'll give it a C as well.
Alright. Yeah, it's not good, but I mean, it's not awful.
Mhm.
It's just, it's got good intentions, just it wasn't told in a very cohesive way. It wasn't smooth. It's just really jumbled and bleh.
Mhm.
So that's our review for All Saints. Our irate review for All Saints with spoilers will be up. I don't know when. Probably tomorrow. I mean, I don't know when this is gonna. Oh, maybe tonight. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that'll. My irate video will be linked down below. But yes, that's our review for All Saints. So, peace.